I'm in here with y'all. I just had a lot on my mind. I've been watching the Central Park Five guys, and it just took me out, because they crying, they they hurt. I even done shed tears for these men, young men, 14, 15, and 16, and 17, wrongly accused of a crime that they didn't do. Now, may I tell y'all, this is what happened to me. So I know that there is evil folks in this system. My baby daddy lived in an apartment. I guess he had moved out or whatever. I don't know what the circumstances was. But I got picked up when I went over there to the building by the fire chief. And they asked me what I was doing there. Now, mind y'all, I had got into it a day before with the apartment management that of my baby dad or whatever over there. Not knowing the guy that owned the apartments was gonna try to set me up. Well, he tried, he did a good job, gave a description of me on who he thought could have set the house, his apartments on fire. So when they get me down to the precinct, y'all, this no like y'all hit that like button when y'all come in. When they get me to the precinct, they, I'm telling y'all no lie, these motherfuckers made me sit at least an hour before interrogation. Freezing. It was cold in that place. Do y'all hear me? The doors, when they go out, is like jail cell doors in an interrogation room. So just hearing that door closing behind each time that they would come in and go out was on my nerves. And I swear, y'all, I never seen evil before in my life. In uniform. People that you pay salary. See, until y'all get the drift that y'all are funding all of these people that's treating us like trash, you won't get the concept. I froze y'all in there, literally. I guess they want to freeze you before they daggone get you to daggone tell anything. So, when they came in the room, they had a yellow notepad. First they wanted me to tell them where my whereabouts was, you know, my whole day, what I done or whatever. I kept telling them that. They kept reading me, nah, you wasn't. These are daggone, not the police, but the fire chiefs and stuff like this were treating me like trash. I'm telling these people I ain't did nothing. I ain't did this. Y'all about to convict the whole daggone person to do something that they ain't do. So this is the reason why I fight so hard for Patrick Stallworth and Derek Brown. Because something just ain't right. So when Corey Wise winded up in Birmingham, y'all, God showed me a sign that them two people had been daggone set up just by him walking through and saying that little, he ain't got time to be talking to y'all. He felt like y'all done daggone bamboozled two people too, because at first you said it was a daggone man, two men. Now all of a sudden y'all done picked up a man and a woman, threw the whole case off. Then y'all ain't paying attention. Them girls, then the whole thing was meant to daggone take the dad down. That was the whole plan. Everybody was saying the dad did it. Because that's what the criminals wanted the world to think. They had everybody convinced. And this is why I don't understand why the daggone FBI ain't pulling them in. They all knew too much. You say that this was that, and how? When Carson Road goes this away and that's away. So how? Did you see anyone? How did you see anything on anyone? You understand? So I want to go in here and say what I people were saying in the beginning. Real daggone strange to me because y'all know a lot of things that you should know. So I'm gonna go in here and I don't know if y'all can see this clearly, but someone sent this to me, so I have to put it here for you if you can see it. You probably can't. Okay. I'm sorry if it don't is blurry or whatever, because I'm gonna read it to you anyways. So these are the comments, obviously under the head line about Patrick Stallworth. And Buck Sanders says, out of all the people in the world, Patrick Stallworth is the suspect. Then he got the little thinking like, please. So this is what he says. Of all people in the world, y'all chose him. So that makes you think, oh, okay, this is it. This people know him. People know of him. So y'all couldn't pick nobody else. Y'all picked this man. And that's what I get out of this comment. Out of all the people in the world, Patrick Stallworth is the suspect, and he obviously Patrick Stallworth is his friend because he tagged, and it's in the blue. Y'all see it in the blue. See it in the blue. That's when he's your friend. You know what I'm saying? You be tagged. That man ain't did this like. And then somebody says, I don't believe he did that. And I been knowing him since I was a child. Tanika said that. And then somebody say, okay, but y'all seen the Dominic video, right? So what does she mean by that? You know, what is that? What do you mean by that? Again, put that up there. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to daggone show y'all. I just hate that it's blurry. Maybe on YouTube it won't be blurry. But these are people that definitely under the comments, right, of the article. He said that he didn't have nothing to do with, right? These people was way on their bullshit. Then there's a lady, sorry y'all. Then there's a lady that come on here. Okay, I had to crop that. I'm going to put this up here because hopefully y'all can see it after on YouTube when it's in big writing or whatever. That blurriness, I can't stand it. Okay. Y'all can't see it, but I'm going to read it to y'all. Okay. She says, I wish people would stop saying they were charged with capital murder. As it stands right now, these are the only charges, which means whatever charges was on that article. And then this lady say, being previous posts before, you know, CC was found, and we're just going to say that, were saying the parents were involved. Do y'all believe maybe this Patrick guy was paid to? No, I ain't even going to read that. In retaliation of an unpaid, because what that boy said about the dad on the plug. See, everybody is just so hell bent on it being him. Okay, so y'all, now We're going to come in here. And then I'm going to show y'all this article. Them comments. Let me get it in there right, because you'll probably be able to read it when it's on the daggone, whatchamacallit. Okay. I'll try to get y'all, even if you can't read it, maybe if I can blow it up just a little bit. Just a little bit, y'all. Okay. So you probably can read it once it's on on YouTube the other way. Okay. Anyways. Hey, baby. Yeah, Big Mama came in and daggone top the night off with y'all. So, somebody says, so is Patrick Starworth still being detained with a warrant, or was the warrant issued yesterday? Like the chief said in the interview on Tuesday night, system as of today isn't showing he has been charged. I thought by law they could only keep him in custody with probable cause without a warrant for 48 hours. And did he appear before a judge yesterday? Or is someone lying and a murderer is still on the loose? Okay. Y'all, that's that up there. Okay. I want y'all to be able to see this. Now I'm going to read Carlos Shaver's comment at the bottom. He says, Shauna, he's still being detained without a warrant as of this morning. It hasn't been 48 hours. That ends tonight around 7 p.m. I still, this is Carlos Shavers now. I want y'all to see it. Biggest day, Carlos Shavers, or however you pronounce his name. He said, I still, as in most other cases in Birmingham, he said, I still believe. Baby, these comments be life sweeping. I still believe, as in most other cases in Birmingham, a murderer is still on the loose. Biggest day. Biggest day, y'all. Biggest day. Yeah. And as I always said, comments is life. If you want to know what is happening on anything, all you got to do is go in the comments. You hear me? Comments is going to tell you everything, what people is thinking, how they feel. And at this point, no one believes that these people are guilty. When all of this was out, when all of it was going out, nobody believed that man and that girl was ever guilty. Nobody. Because this is why they want Big Mama to shut up, because my theory may be the theory that they feel she right. And if she keep talking, they gonna implicate us. You hear me? So obviously, they knew they fucked up. And I go back to the Central Park Five and how these guys was bamboozled. And they sitting up here on this platform right now, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, I've been crying with them. Because I put myself in the shoes of an innocent person. And that man has been daggone telling the world from the gate. I don't know nothing about nothing like this. I'm sorry, y'all, because stuff is touchy. This stuff is touchy, bro. I couldn't imagine nobody lying on my brother, my sister, my cousin, and everybody in the world is blaming y'all for something that you didn't do, just like them men, bro. Them men can't get their life back. They was told that they raped somebody. And that's what Patrick is going through right now. I just couldn't imagine being at the wrong place at the wrong time and somebody pinpoint me as doing something that heinous. I might have been coming from work and just happened to be coming that way. And I done got put in, drawed in on some shit that I didn't do. And he been pleading. And I feel like the daggone killers are still out here. And that's why when Patrick and them daggone whatever come across that screen about them, the killers get asking, what you mean? What you mean they ain't this and that? And they all like that. Y'all all like that. And not in a million years can they make me think that those people did that. They can't get their story straight. We found out in a whole group chat that the son is the one that called 911, not her. So I don't care what they say. It's innocent people involved in this that got thrown in this case. Just like the Central Park Five. And the very system that throwed them people behind bars for as long as they did, they were innocent. Them boys didn't do nothing, and you could watch the daggone police officers beat these boys to death damn near. Damn near wanted to kill these boys because a white woman had got raped in Central Park. Would y'all had to act like that if it was a black woman? And some white boys did that to her? I don't think so. I don't think the shoes would have daggone turned on the other side. Them white boys would have been free. And I'm sorry. I got a heart, y'all. You gotta have a heart. You can't daggone sit up and daggone blame innocent people, and then here it is, the whole world is judging you. While the people is painting a bad, horrendous picture about you being a monster, the whole world is looking at you and calling you this monster and this daggone, and the real monster is still out here worried while the court date keep getting pushed back. That would have been a thing to me because I'm paying attention to everything. Obviously, these daggone FBI workers, the police workers, they ain't daggone following this shit. Don Diva page got all that stuff. Patrick is being bamboozled by some people that really honestly put something together. When they hauled off and said we didn't expect it to go this long and we was going to daggone make a Lifetime movie out of this, baby, only the killers could do that. Only the killers could put a story together like that. A person that don't know nothing about nothing can't do nothing like that. You got to get the story. But see, you got to understand the music behind it, when it came out, how long it took for you to daggone take and swindle all that together. When you made the song. And then I'm bothered by the fact that you daggone is upset about this man. Period. If y'all don't know him, how can you speak and say that he's guilty? of anything. We ain't heard nothing, and we won't hear nothing. But I'm going to tell you one thing I do know. A person that's not guilty is going to go and fight. But a person that is daggone guilty is going to take a plea deal. You get me? I ain't about to take a plea deal that I didn't do. Hell no, I don't want that plea deal. I'm going to take it to the daggone box. And that's what they doing. That is what they're doing. They're taking it to the box because they're going to fight it. And God going to allow it. And when them people step out of there, like the Central Park Five boys, y'all better not touch not a hair on them. Because they innocent. These people don't want to do their work. And they don't want to do their job. And you got people out here that can look right through what done happened. Through the spirits. See, when they go down, y'all, they going down for all the murders that done happened down there. All the way down to the boy that's missing now. And they don't like it. Because they're going to be all implicated in the murder. And Birmingham will be able to move around again and live again when they get these criminals. These organized criminals that organize crime on folks. Put them behind bars. Throw away the key. Because when I tell y'all something is biblical, this is as biblical as it gets, people. When you judging someone, the whole world is judging people right now. And God judging each and every one of y'all. This your judgment on your soul. This trial of the century. For everybody that believe that they're guilty, and you don't know these people, and you call them the monsters because somebody came out and said some heinous stuff. My family members know me. You understand? And my family members know if I ever get in some situation like that, y'all niggas better fight my friends. Everybody better be fighting on the out for me. Don't do me. Don't let me be a lost soul stuck behind the daggone enemy's walls. These walls is meant the belly of the beast. That's the belly of the beast in jail. And I think a lot of the people that is throwing folks behind bars need to be in behind bars because you're falsely accusing people. Half of these people is daggone going by somebody else's word. And I'm so thankful to God that I don't believe that those people are guilty. I just thank God that He gave me common sense to put a story together and put it together and realize there was a conspiracy behind it all. And men can't get back a rape on their life. Being raped in jail, tortured, abused, beat up because you people, evil folks, think that somebody did something. Innocent folks in trouble while the murderers is out here worried about the daggone time. Why they keep doing that? Because they gonna get y'all. That's why they keep pushing it back. Let me tell you, killers. They gonna get y'all. You know why they gonna get y'all? Because y'all is stupid. Mm. Y'all stupid. Y'all thought y'all had this crime all in the bag. Y'all thought y'all had it all in the bag. And y'all thought y'all to get with somebody with some daggone power behind their name to help y'all to daggone do what y'all done. But God. And if it's a God in heaven, and I know it is, that created this whole universe, He gonna get y'all. He gonna get y'all for lying, and He gonna get y'all for plotting, and He gonna get y'all for daggone organizing a crime that went wrong on y'all stinking asses. That's what God gonna do to y'all. And I look him in the eyes and tell you, demons, that God got a whole trick for y'all. And he working behind the scenes. Because my God is a good God. And he ain't going to let no innocent people go down for something that they didn't do. And y'all did this. That's why I was so organized. That's why at first when y'all, nobody knew nothing. But then y'all started swarming the daggone police station because guess what? We got to daggone put somebody up on this. So we got to daggone go in and see who we can use to say did this. They'd already did they daggone dotted their I's and crossed their T's, they thought. But they didn't think that a motherfucker like me would come in and daggone dissect this shit and know that it was a conspiracy on the dad. And because they could not daggone take the dad down and get the world to believe that the dad did this, they used those people. And my assignment from God is to keep talking. Nibble. Not on this phone. I'm on what you call it. I'm not keeping no babies. Mm-mm. And I just had to come in here and say that, y'all. I can't believe that monsters could set up innocent people. And it still dawns on me today that the cousin said she feel deep in her heart that they were set up. She knew they were set up. That's why she spoke it. That's why she spoke it. Whew. Just can't believe the evilness of folks. I don't know why she calling me on. I'm just done away by this daggone case. Y'all just don't know. And to hear these men, that boy broke down and cried. Those are when your life has been taken away from you, and you went through what you went through in prison. You can't get that back. And like the men said, our lives were destroyed. Our boyhood, us living as kids, they lost that. Like you can't regain back your life when a person takes your life. And these men's life, young men's life from 14 to 16 and 17. And Corey Wise was the oldest one. So he got charged as an adult. All of the other boys were juveniles. Corey Wise went through a lot. And to hear their stories and to watch them cry, these are men that'll never get their lives back, guys. Like, and it's wrong. It's so wrong in many, in the very system that is done them, the very system that 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 unjustly daggone allow some white men to, excuse my language, it is what it is, that's what they call themselves, kill Emmett Till, the very system that allowed uh all of these unjust crimes to go unanswered, and not a person out here willing to fight. Now If I felt deep in my heart that that man did anything wrong, I wouldn't fight. But the Lord says someone out here has to fight. Them boys probably had family members in there, but the system was so corrupt and just doing everything. And our whole system need to be. We pay their salaries. Our tax money, they're gonna pay for these people to treat us like trash and throw our loved ones in jail for speaking their mind or unjust daggone stuff. Cause your cold cases, you're too lazy to pick up or listen to a medium out here that can tell you all the while why y'all got these people locked up. The real killers is laughing at y'all. Yeah, the real killers is laughing at them. We got away with murder again. Cause see, the first time was a mistrial on the demon. And see, they now need to daggone pull this boy back in because you've been bragging about how come you killed your homeboy. You didn't kill him because he robbed you. And see, this case need to be brought back up. This is when you fight for your loved ones, the spirit of them. That young man did not deserve to lose his life. And somebody plot and fix up the scheme and fix up the scene, clean up the scene, and say he robbed him through. How do a fucking person can rob you through a doggy door? Make it make sense. Get the fuck out of here. That whole system back then was screwed and fucked up. You killed an innocent man. And then you tell the world now why you bragging all out here in the atmosphere. You killed him because he flinched and recorded. He laughing. Yeah, I shot one of my homeboys because he flinched. I killed him because he flinched. And I thought, you demon. You awful demon. And you don't deserve the life that you daggone breathe. And then the stuff that you said would happen if it was street niggas that did this, they would have went boom and got rid of the. Y'all evil demons is going down for what you done. And I don't care how many people keep on wanting to believe that those are the two people. No, y'all know it wasn't. There was two men on that daggone thing. I don't care how big she is. Women is feminine. Them was niggas. And if you go back and listen to that cousin telling her little girl came to her and told her they didn't want me, they wanted her. That came from the cousin's mouth. And it's just y'all's actions that's gonna throw y'all behind bars, all of y'all. All of y'all that plotted and put this thing together to take down Dominique. It's gonna backfire on all of y'all. And y'all framed two innocent people that had nothing to do with it. The murderer still walks. The murderer still walks. Y'all seen the daggone article. I mean the comments. Y'all seen the comments. Hmm. And he would know. Because he was there. He put the search team together. He did all of it. So, hmm. And it just sucks to be these guys. Because that man can never, and that girl can never get back those 3 years that y'all done took away from them that lost everything. Clothing, they have nothing when they step out of here. If they're in, I believe they're innocent because ain't nobody, if a person that is guilty of a crime, they're going to take that daggone plea. Y'all know that, right? But a person that's not guilty, y'all see they didn't take no daggone pleas. Because you know what? If you don't take the plea, I'm not taking no plea. You're not about to tell me that I done something. So if I take this plea, then that daggone tells me that I'm guilty. And see, that's what they got with Corey Mize. Corey Wise would never daggone. He didn't have no remorse. Why should he have remorse? He didn't do anything. And that is the reason why Corey daggone stayed as long as he did, because he went up to parole several times. And they wanted him to be remorseful. But he can't be remorseful for something that he didn't do. So they made him sit some more. They took him from one place to the next. Like Corey Wise went through a lot. And he was innocent. He got beat up in there and all kind of stuff. About lost his mind in there. And these motherfuckers is daggone making these men relive this shit by telling their story. Like I wouldn't want to tell nobody nothing. Leave me alone. Y'all had enough of my time. Want to talk about this shit? Make me relive all the stuff that I went through in prison for y'all's gratification and satisfaction of your daggone getting some type of news coverage on me? I don't want to talk to nothing that's pale. And that's just the way I would be. Because ain't nobody black put them men behind no bars. Shit. And I'm not prejudiced. No, I'm not. I just know when a system is unjust. And that system didn't get them boys no time or no chance. They throw them in there with, girl, when y'all see when they see us, all y'all got to do is go through the trailer. But if you got Netflix, go in there and watch when they see us. It'll daggone tear you to pieces. Just to know that our system is that corrupt to make people say something that they didn't do. Going from room to room. That's why I kept telling y'all this is a case of the Central Park Five. Them boys, when that came out and they daggone kept on switching up the story, saying she said this and he said this, y'all some lying sacks of motherfucking shit. Because y'all played on them people, and y'all, I know what an interrogation is, honey. They interrogate you, they'll beat you up in there just for you to tell a lie on yourself. And ain't nobody going to, hey, give me a lie detector test. That's what let them motherfuckers leave me alone. That's when them motherfuckers let me go, when I asked for a lie detector test. Because, bitch, ain't nobody asking for a lie detector test that's daggone guilty. When I asked, I need a lie detector test. They said, they went out the room, that door slammed again, and when they came back after I asked for that lie detector test, I didn't even ask for a lawyer. I said, give me a polygraph test, damn it. Because y'all not going to keep on sitting here making me daggone done this and I ain't done nothing. So give me a lie detector test, girl. When they went out that room and when they came back, baby, they come back with a motherfucking Coke. And talking about, Miss Austin, are you ready? You're free to go. Like, nah, fuck that free to go shit. Because I was pissed by then. Oh, I asked for a lie detector test. Now I can go? Maybe I should have asked from the gate. And that's why I say people need to ask for a polygraph test. I ain't did nothing. I'm going to take a polygraph test. And come to find out, the department manager did it for insurance reasons. Set the whole apartment on fire. His shit. But he tried to say I done it. For insurance thing. It was whatever he was trying to do, but it was a scheme on his daggone and what he tried to put me in jail for a fire that I hadn't started. Baby, he lost that building. Mm-hmm. And see, like I said, innocent people is going to fight. Guilty people will take that plea because they know what they done. If I was a Patrick and Derek, I would have been asked for a lie detector test. But you know, back now they want to holler polygraph tests aren't accurate. Bitch, they accurate when y'all want them to be accurate. That man and woman need a polygraph test. That'll cut through the chase. That'll cut through all this other bullshit. Yeah, I mean, just give them a lie detector test. But I don't know nobody guilty That's gonna daggone guilty people take a plea. They giving you 3 to 15. You be out in 15 years. You go up to parole. You know what I'm saying? But these people are fighting for their innocence because they know. And the real killers is going to get racked up because they already know who it is. The FBI know who it is, y'all. They ain't stupid. They done went through all of our pages. They done went through all the comments. They got to cross their T's and dot their I's as well. And then they wondering why you so adamant on this woman telling this story of her conspiracy of what y'all might have done. She not saying that y'all did it. She said this is what she think and conspiracize on what y'all might have done. Because y'all, the story was bam, bam, bam. Everything was daddy, 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 daddy. Everybody was focused on him. Boy, everybody was mad at him. You see how fast that daggone thing switched? I just want the world to see how it switched from being daddy to being a man unknown. Nobody knows. It's like they built it's like they built this case on it's like they built their not the case. It's like they built their story around everything that was going on, and everybody in America that's black know that this shit don't happen in the hood. It's too many motherfuckers in the hood that daggone is watching shit. But see, the thing is, when this party was going on, that was their big chance to daggone, dip off and do what they had to do and blame it on the party. But then when the daggone party goer didn't go for their bullshit, they the story changed. Oh, she jumped out the car. She seen her cousin. And I was like, girl, you gonna get ate the fuck up. It's just sad. Because it's like everything that was said was a prop. Even the kids, it just seemed like they were being coached into saying that this is this. They seen this because there was too many cars. First, it was a brown car, a peanut butter daggone bumper. They were saying that daggone did this. It was just too many daggone loops and crannies around. My conspiracy theory is what I said it is. And I'm sticking to it. Because the serial killer, okay, and I said serial killer because he's a serial killer, guys. When you have a serial killer, the people change, but the crime don't. Do y'all hear me? The crime don't change. The crime is the same. That's how it's a serial killer because they use different people, but the crime that they do is the exact crime that they done to another person. You see, and they got a serial killer that believes in kidnapping people, torturing them, and dumping them like trash. Serial killer. His motto is just that, and sometimes burning. And they brag about cutting off people's fingers and stuff. So you can't daggone, you can't daggone lead the killers out. You know what I'm saying? That's why the killers is upset that Big Mama is daggone thinking that the conspiracy is them. Because you're a serial killer. There's 3 people that have been done like that in that city. Kidnapped, tortured, and dumped like trash. And then y'all all a part of a crime. Ooh, that sucks. Y'all all got a murder on y'all that y'all think that y'all done daggone got uh away with. But there's people out here that ain't gonna let you get away with your little daggone little old schemes that y'all got going on. No, 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 no. We not letting you go. We're going to fight for people's innocence, and we're going to fight for justice for these spirits that y'all keep saying, let them rest in peace. No, you should have let them live in peace. You should have let them live in peace. You shouldn't conspiracize on people that can't defend their little selves. Mm-mm. And it's just weird that the cousin said that the man told her daughter to go back. They didn't want her. If your daughter old enough to speak like that, then she should have been able enough to be talking. That was some weird ass shit for that cousin to speak and say. They just fucked themselves up, bro. They put themselves out here, and the whole world is watching. And that little raggedy cousin, the one to be roofing all the time, she just looked guilty. It's something about her. You conspiracized around with some knucklehead niggas that did something that y'all didn't expect to go that far. That's what they said. The very system that throw these two people behind bars did this to a whole lot of people. And it's back to the same basic situation. See, it's almost like America has to have mass shootings, school shootings, grocery store shootings, innocent people going to jail. It's like this is a part of their agenda every freaking year. Everything happens. It just to different people. It goes in a circle. It goes around. The agenda is we're going to do this and we're going to continue to do this until they wake up and see that we're doing this on them. Like when is everybody going to wake up? I just can't understand how we looking at the killer in our face every day. What was. That's how I feel. And they get upset every time the court they get pushed back or anything that come up about these two people, the killers get upset. Oh, how can you do that? Oh, he made a big thing. Then he want to call and dad gonna get on live and talk about how he gonna set and sick people on this boy while he in jail. Oh, the Lord gonna get y'all. The Lord gonna get you. And then your people already said you did it. I believe him. I believe him. You make a person mad, they definitely gonna tell on you. They definitely gonna tell on you, y'all. But Big Mama gonna get up out of here. I just wanted to say that, you know, innocent people don't deserve to be their lives taken because some daggone people did something that wasn't right. This man cried. This one is Central Park 5. Innocent. An innocent man.
This film has definitely given us an opportunity that was stolen from us back in 1989 and 1990, really for most of our lives. You know, the opportunity for us to be heard. You know, back in 1989, the only depictions that you saw of us or that you heard of us were from courtroom artists and from folks like Donald Trump, folks like Koch at the time, you know, really everyone who who wanted us. They wanted our heads on stakes, you know. And the part that amazes me is that we're constantly in the public's eye now. And as the public gets a chance to travel on this journey of sorts with us, it's like the stories don't match. Just like the false confessions didn't match, the story that we were rapists doesn't match the profiles that you see here before you.
Right.
You know, and it's unfortunate because people always say to me, what would you guys have been had you not gotten your lives, had you not gotten your lives stolen from you? You know, and we'll never know. I mean, you know, I used to always say that, you know, we're playing catch up. But I had to check myself one day and said, I don't even know what we're catching up to. We're living life in spite of knowing most of the things that most young people go through.
Right.
Filling out job applications at a young age, going on their driver's license, new driver's test. You know, we do that stuff now and it's like, wow, you know, I remember filling out you know, writing a resume. It amazed me because I said to myself, you know, both Antron and I, we both had tailor shop jobs, but we couldn't put that.
They
We
was
were,
from New
you know,
York.
skilled seamstress.
They were wrongly accused
You
of
know, for 10 years
raping
or
that
for
woman
7
in Central
years
Park.
on our resumes. You know, it was a gap. You know, because then you had to basically give phone numbers, so
Right.
give the number to the jail or something. You know,
Right.
but this has given us such a tremendous opportunity to heal, to get the therapy. You know, they actually sent us all to sex therapy in our various jails that we were in. And most of us got kicked out of sex therapy. Because part of sex therapy is that you have to admit to the crime,
Right.
you know.
But
this
you
is
guys
giving
took
us-
other classes, right? A lot of other classes. And
Oh,
Raymond,
absolutely, absolutely.
Raymond mentioned after the film aired last night, Raymond was keeping track of the social media, like no, it was coming in like hail. But there was one that was worth, well, there's many that were worth repeating, but one in particular you mentioned before. What was
Well, one tweet came in. I don't remember who the person that tweeted. I'm gonna have to go back and look. And it basically said, you know, these guys were charged, tried, convicted, and sent to prison, and they got degrees. What's your excuse?
We're going to start taking some questions from members of the audience, and our mics are set up, and we've got a couple of interesting ones that have come in from
Poor Corey.
cyber world, cyberspace. Ayana says, some of you started as strangers. Corey, let me ask you this one. Some of you started as strangers. Are you friends today?
I would like to say overall, I got too much. Oh God, I just don't know.
Poor Corey. This
And
is
it now
sad.
hurts so bad. Going back and forth to court like it's a job. Unfortunately, I found myself expressing myself to an inmate in the day room. Becoming a part of his life as well as he's a part of mine. I can't delete him. Never that. 13 years later, half later, so I don't know. He brought himself to me. I died. Little Corey died.
Poor
Every
Corey.
day for 13 years or more. I died. Reyes, Mr. Mateus Reyes gave me my life back. Birthdays, Thanksgivings, Christmas, and my mother. Where you at?
Oh,
I don't get. I'm just thankful to be alive today.
amen.
As Corey King Wise. I don't know if I'm alive or what. I really don't know. I'm very
Aw.
cold-hearted right about now.
I know that's right.
You're sounding pretty good.
But
All right, why don't we hear from some of the audience?
See, he needs to talk.
Good evening.
Corey needs
During
to
the
talk,
time
and they
of the
want to cut him
investigation,
off.
We, the public, were told that once the DNA evidence returned, it would be so convincing that the case would just be sealed. There would be no question as to your guilt. And yet, when the DNA evidence came back, we, the public, were told that it was inconclusive. I remember Barry Gray, the talk show host, saying it was likened unto several people putting their thumbprint on the same spot, thereby disabling the police from getting a true reading. So I was wondering, was it that the DNA technology, which was in its infancy at the time, unable to determine or get a true reading? Or
No, they just wanted to throw them
did the
men in
police just
jail,
ignore
them
the
boys,
evidence?
No,
to get it
what
out the
happened
case, get out the way.
Following. There was a very bloody crime scene. There was a victim who lost most of her body fluids, and who had on her body both hair and semen. They came from one person and one person only. They got a match between the hair and the semen or the sperm, and it was the same person. But it wasn't any of these five. It was Mateus Reyes. So what they then said to accommodate this unknown sixth person was that, well, these were not the only people to take part in the attack. There was some others who had yet to be apprehended. And so that was the DNA technology did what it was supposed to do.
But that other person doesn't show up in any of the confessions. So
Despite the fact that the police have his DNA. Reyes was arrested later that same year, and they were able to use his DNA to connect him to other crimes. So, and some of the same detectives are working on these two cases. So there's this opportunity to make that connection. But instead of doing that, they looked at these negative DNA tests and they figured out how to essentially sweep them under the rug, to take advantage of the public's lack of knowledge about this, as you said, new form of technology. But it did what it was supposed to do, and it actually excluded these guys and the rest of the kids who were in the park that night. None of the others, they tested their DNA trying to figure out who matched it. But there was clearly, and they knew clearly that there was one sample. It was not some mixture that made it hard to tell. It was not inconclusive. It conclusively excluded them.
It was not multiple thumbprints on top of the thing.
And it's documented also. If you look at a book by a man named Harold Levy, who worked in the DA's office, and he tells you in the chapter on the Central Park 5, there's also a chapter in there on Reyes. But in the chapter Central Park 5, he tells you when he gets a call from Elizabeth Lederer, and she brings him upstairs, and she tells him, I feel like I've been kicked in the stomach because the DNA doesn't match any of the five boys. So what do we do? How do we get a conviction? And in that chapter, it tells you how she formulates the plan on how they put this whole thing together to get us convicted.
Can we take a question over here?
Wow.
I was wondering from both sides, how the process worked in terms of the idea and then approaching the Central Park Five to participate in this project, kind of what the approach was and what the response was, and then also what the status of the civil suit is and kind of how the participants on the prosecuting side have kind of responded.
Okay, well, let's do the film process question first.
Well, I had initially written this paper in college that was just library research, into the media coverage. But when I started thinking about turning it into a book, I knew that I needed to talk to these guys. And so that was the first thing I started talking to their lawyers, trying to convince them to let me, who am I?
This is sad. Our
have interviews
system
to deal
is,
with the
it
stuff.
sucks.
Really
Innocent
amazing
men
thing,
going to
considering
jail
what these guys went through,
and they were
being
innocent.
dragged through the mud by the press. They really had no reason to trust anyone to try to tell their story. But when I did approach them,
Yes,
they
it
actually
is.
all were, I think, sort of ready to tell the story, as hard as that was.
And you know what's so sad to me,
I
guys, is
appreciated
that
someone.
Corey went through the worst of all of them because he was 17. And just like when he was speaking, they cut him off. They cut him off. And that man has so much to talk about and say. And I hate when a person cuts somebody off because he just right now, like he said, I'm dead inside. I'm angry. I'm envious, and you can feel it in him. You can see it. He hates our system for what they done to them all of those years. And then you think you can come back and give me, and them men that's asking him questions, you motherfuckers ain't being violated by another man. This man need to talk. He's hurt. You can't give him back his manhood if they took it. You can't give him back that time that was took away from them young men. Their childhood was taken away from them. They were made into men as soon as they hit that prison wall. But you dirty, pale people will never venture that because jails were not designed for y'all's people. Y'all design these jails for our people, which is sad. It's very sad. And to allow people to conspiracize on a child is just something that I can't daggone swallow. I can't fathom it. I believe that, the mom, I'm going to continue to say that. She's fighting me for the real justice. And that is why I look at you sideways, girl. Because I'm fighting for justice for your child and you're hating me, which makes me go harder for your baby. So I don't care about you getting mad. You seem like you hiding something. And this is why you hate me. Because we're talking about real. And then another thing, for you not to want a street sign to honor her is a problem to me. What mother wouldn't want her child's honor up in somewhere where she lost her life? And that was there would daggone bother me as a detective, a police officer, a judge, a lawyer, prosecutor. Why wouldn't she want to honor her child with something that happened like that? But you know what? Y'all conspiracized on the wrong baby. Because God seen it. He gonna reveal it. He gonna reveal it. And he know that it was a conspiracy. Just look at the song that you wrote behind her. Y'all already had the song written And y'all was determined that y'all was gonna make this dad look like he done it. Mm, mm, mm. All I can say is it just shows someone. Yes, yes. And you know, you got a daggone fight for people that's innocent. Even they families. You ain't heard nothing about them families saying, well, my son ain't that type of person or my daughter ain't that type of person. The system couldn't do this and bamboozle my family when I know that my family couldn't have done nothing like this because I just know my family members. And we don't do that type of stuff to children. And that's the reason why I'm fighting. Because black folks don't do this type of stuff that care about kids. This was this was done out of spite, anger, evil, and hate. Not scared. I don't give a dang on. If you got scared, let her go. But you decided that you got scared and you wanted to end her. And I hope that they gonna give you the chair. I really do. When they find the real killer, they need to get him for killing that boy, that other boy, y'all conspiracized on that boy, the one that y'all said then daggone came up missing from the money spot, all that shit. You need to be put behind bars. And you need to daggone be sitting on death row so they can electrocute your ass and the electric go through your body. Because you're a demon that don't deserve the life that you breathe. And all of y'all that conspiracized is going to daggone get it. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here. Because I'm just sick to my stomach to know that our system can make people lie on each other. And that's exactly what they done. Y'all have a blessed day.